What's going on, everybody? It's Oskino the Don. Welcome back to my channel. Please hit that like button. And if you're a new watcher, please become a subscriber. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as I drop content all day, every day. So today we're going to cover the Republicans vowing to ban TikTok from American use. Oh boy, here we go with the nonsense again, right? It's another form of control, another form of the United States trying to take control over what information that we're exposed to. You know, they have their own narratives where they want you to only know what they want you to know. And you should see how hard some of these Republicans were going to saying that they were going to ban TikTok, as if TikTok is the worst thing to happen to America in its existence. That's how hard they're going. If you don't believe me, just look. The footage is up there for y'all to look at. There's three reasons why they want to ban TikTok. Number one, as I just stated, is they want to control the information that its citizens, American citizens, are exposed to. They want to control the narrative. So anything that goes against what America wants to paint themselves as, they're going to consider that dangerous, almost as if it's a weapon of mass destruction, right? This quote unquote misinformation. But the United States is allowed to, on their own mainstream media news platforms, to misinform people. And it says that they came out with that statement, I believe it was during the 1950s or 1960s, you know, with the CIA and all of that. But yeah, that's number one. They want to control the information that we're exposed to. And I forgot which candidate, which Republican candidate said this, and it's not a direct quote, but it's almost verbatim. Where actually, it wasn't even a Republican candidate. My bad. Let me backtrack. It was Barack Obama. Yep, Barack Obama was saying that TikTok is poisoning children's minds, and that these quote unquote TikTok activists have quote unquote blood on our hands. You know, we're not clean. Our hands are dirty, like you, Barack Obama, and all these other politicians that run for office and get power over the people. Because you guys run for office, right? You get selected by this military industrial complex corporation that you guys call a nation. That's real funny. Nah, our hands ain't dirty. You know what it is? We use TikTok to communicate with people around the world, regular everyday people who know that our quote unquote leadership does not speak for everyday people like us. So y'all need to stop it with the nonsense. Number two, you guys are talking about, oh, Privacy Act, and China's a dictator type of country. Why would they want them to have access to the information? First of all, you guys claim about China being a dictatorship, but you guys have a lot of military bases in a lot of other countries. And on top of that, I don't know when it started, but you started taking away the rights of freedom of speech from people a long time ago. And I believe it was Barack Obama who spoke on or even put into law that they can now lock you up without reasonable cause, no trial, and no bail. I don't know if that is verbatim, but it's pretty much the gist of what he put into law. Does that sound like freedom of speech to you? Nah. And I'm not talking about, somebody saying that they're gonna do harm to somebody or nothing like that. Just me giving my opinion, me giving a different perspective based on things that our own country admits 40 to 50 years later that we all quote unquote conspiracy theorists, even though I'm a conspiracy realist because I keep it real about what's going on. Y'all say that we were right. But you don't say that and keep it real right away, which is why you lost the quote unquote people, why you keep losing the quote unquote people. Because you're not honest, and we know you're not honest. And you guys aren't the only leaders of a nation around this globe that aren't honest with its people. You guys use your people as a symbolic shield so that if we don't agree with the leaders, then you say we're un-American and all this nonsense. See, Republicans and Democrats are now working together to try to ban TikTok, platform that is one of the largest social media platforms in the world, where I've talked with people from all over the world, different countries, UK, China, you name it. And all we're talking about is we don't like what's going on with humanity. So how's that a problem? See, it's a problem because we're starting to realize we don't need you to have a peaceful world. Matter of fact, we can't have a peaceful world without you elected leaders. It's peace and love for everybody who got peace and love for everybody. If you're one of these evil people or think you're better than somebody, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about you. The real leaders of humanity will unite, and there's nothing that you guys can do about it. You want to do another great reset? We're very aware of that too. We know what happens. We know what happens when humanity starts to unite together and you guys start to lose control. You know, you guys will stage an apocalypse and say it was God's wrath when we know it's the devil. So, you're not gonna fool us intellectuals anymore. You might have to get that Men in Black technology, the deneuralizer, so we forget everything. And apparently that's what happened before. I don't know if it was like the technology that y'all had that did that, or we just somewhere along the way we got brainwashed and we forgot exactly how powerful we are as human beings and how there's so many more of us and so little of you guys. Protecting that royal family, the 13 royal families, the Bilderbergs, the Rothschilds, you name it. Whew. And I have to give a shout out because let me bring up a quote from Rand Paul. Like I said, I don't care about politics. I know it's all garbage. And those who really want to make a change, if they even somehow slip past and get into office, the changes you try to make, you may get unalived. And that's just the bottom line. We see it happen throughout the history of this country and all over the world. So, and I quote, where's the quote at? Rand Paul, one of his quotes, and I quote, "We are here once again faced with a proposal to ban TikTok and to forbid millions of Americans from expressing their opinion. This is not a subject that we should entertain lightly. If there is a better national strategy to permanently lose elections for a generation, I have not heard of it." End quote. Exactly. Because people that are using TikTok, yeah, of course, on every platform, you're going to have the people that use it to purposely spread misinformation. But Obama coming out and talking about TikTok activists, hey man, we see what's going on is wrong. And it ain't just the Israel Palestine, it's everything that's been going on that's wrong. You gonna say by us talking about it and being unbiased, only standing by what is righteous, our hands are dirty, man, you a fool. I don't know who you fooling, but it ain't gonna work anymore, buddy. And hey, this may be the reason why there's not gonna be an election in 2024. Because a lot of people are fed up with the nonsense. A lot of people, I mean, you guys are so focused on TikTok, you don't care about the mental health in this country. You don't care about the overall health, mental health included in that. But for some reason, you guys like to separate it. But the overall health of your own citizens in this country. You have people fighting your wars for the warmongers, the military industrial complex corporations that own you guys and send out other people's children to fight your wars that you would never participate in yourself because you're cowards. Then when they come back home, a majority of them don't get the mental health that they need, don't get the shelter that they should be provided by. It shouldn't even be a question. There shouldn't be any homeless veterans or veterans that are living in inhumane conditions unless they absolutely choose to, but they don't choose to do that. You guys don't care about us. And we're starting to see like the mass consciousness of humanity is really starting to see that. And that's what we on. So, yeah, devil man or devil men, as I should say, because like I said, it all comes back to money. Everything's about money. And if you know anything about this country, you can get more time for making money that they don't get a piece of versus you unaliving somebody. The biggest crime you can commit in the United States Corporation of America is not pay your taxes. Oh, they will make sure you pay your taxes. And if you're making money and they don't get a piece and they find out, woo, Good luck, especially if you do it with what they call legal substances, right? But they have these medications to treat these conditions that they create. They're talking about TikTok poisoning the minds, but they don't talk about how the food poisons in the water contamination with poison and fluoride and all these things, and how they contaminate and pollute the air. So the air that we breathe in kills us slower and slower. I mean, it's got all these elements that they don't mention, but now all of a sudden they care about the health and safety and the privacy of the American citizen. Man, please, Eric Snowden already exposed y'all. And guess what? He went to a country that you guys hate so much that provided him a safe haven, which is Russia. And he's still living over there just fine, nice and healthy too. So, hey, America, American politicians, if you want to gain the trust back of us, the American citizens, follow the Constitution, follow all the laws and the rules that you make for the regular citizens and abide by them as well. Because all you guys do is preach and say things you think people want to hear. And then when it comes to following the laws and the legislations that y'all pass, you guys get a pass and can not abide by any of the rules that you say need to be enforced. So if the laws don't apply for every man, woman, and child, regardless of what your status is, then you're gonna have exactly what we got going on today. That's it for today, y'all. It's Oskino the Don. Please hit that subscribe button, like and comment your thoughts. I want to hear back from everybody, regardless of what you think about the situation, political party. I don't care. I just want to hear what you think. I want to start talking about solutions, how we can come together as humanity, because none of these leaders really represent the greater good for humanity. And that's what I'm all about. I'm going to unite all the real leaders of humanity. We're going to come together and change the world for the better. Please hit that subscribe button, that like button, share it with a friend, tag a friend. I love y'all. Peace and one love.